emergency responders in New York City are getting more 911 calls than ever before. There are so many calls that people, not just a few people, a lot of people are being put on hold. The city is strongly suggesting that New Yorkers only call 911 if they're having trouble breathing or having heart problems. Otherwise, call your doctor or call 311. NBC News correspondent for investigations Tom Winter has been following the New York City, New York State developments for us. Tom, anecdotally, a lot of our colleagues are talking about not having heard this many sirens on the street since 9/11. And I can confirm that you are constantly hearing sirens, and they are now overwhelmed.
That's correct. I'm going to read you a statement from Deputy Commissioner Frank Dwyer from the fire department. He says the medical call volume for EMS in New York City over the past 3 days is the largest in our history. That's an extraordinary statement, Ali. As you said, there is an awful lot of ambulance activity. Now, this number is constantly fluctuating, but right now there's approximately 170 people holding for ambulances in New York City. Now, I want to make it right away a major caveat there. If somebody is at home and watching us right now and they're having a heart issue, possibly a heart attack, or they're having serious trouble breathing, your call's going to be prioritized. Don't think that you're in a hopeless situation. The 911 operators and the 911 system in New York City is very good about prioritizing calls. But the issue that the fire department EMS has right now is that these EMTs and paramedics are being run ragged because there are folks that are calling that are feeling sick. They might have coronavirus symptoms. They might have flu-like symptoms, and they're not sure what they have. They want people to get help, but what they're asking you to do is to call your physician, or if you're in New York City only, call 311. That's an information service that the city has, and that way there your physician can best advise you what to do, what steps to take, how serious your conditions might be, and where your treatment can go from there. They do say, look, if you've got those heart issues, like I said, or trouble breathing, it's definitely give them a call. They'll find a way to prioritize the calls and get you the help that you need. But the system is being clogged for folks that are just feeling sick. And while nobody wants that, and nobody wants anybody to be feeling ill, there is a lot of illness in New York City, as we know, and as you've been talking about, Ali. So bit of a concerning situation, bit of a serious situation. The fire department's asking that we get this message out. We're going to be doing the same on our local television station here in New York as well. So just a little bit of a public service announcement, as you will, but also an indication of what's going through people's heads, fear, a lot of sickness. So it's something that we're going to continue to monitor, Ali.
I'm hearing, as you're talking to me, I'm in my home broadcasting this, and I'm listening to sirens. It's just not a common thing that you hear in New York as frequently as you do. But this will happen in other cities. So the point is, wherever you are, if you have an existing condition, know how to get hold of your doctor. Know whether they're texting or they're using telehealth or they're, figure that out. Because, as you said, they are responding to emergencies, but there are a lot of calls that are on hold right now. Tom, thank you for continuing to report on this. I would follow Tom Winter on Twitter if you're in New York State, because he is keeping up to date with all the numbers in the city and the state. Thank you, Tom.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.